Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me for this week's Pick a Card weekly tarot reading. Okay, let's go to the board now and see what the cards have to say for this week. Okay, I just picked up a different set of cards to what I usually use. The ones I usually use were designed and organised by a Ukrainian artist. Please pray for him and his family. I haven't heard from him for a few years now, and I do worry about him, and I worry for the whole of Ukraine. Please pray for Ukraine for peace and sovereignty over their own country. Okay, but I've picked these ones up today. I don't know why. Okay, so we're going to do card number one. And what I see around number one, just what is that? Okay, it's like a promontory that's coming out into the oceans. The words I get are making inroads. Okay, so I think this is sort of saying that you're picking up the subconscious messages that you're supposed to be getting, and you're turning them into practical physical manifestations, okay, which is a good thing. Okay, so it's like gaining more ground, so to speak. The card that comes up for number one is, I'm going to go with that one because it's sticking its head out, and it's the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so it's like making inroads, and of course as a pentacle, it's an earthly suite, it's practical, it's down to earth, and it could be to do with your money. Perhaps a bit of a long bow is or a long draw is that it's related to your physical body as well, but mostly people say it's to do with money. Okay, that slow steady consolidation and working towards something. And that's right, it might be hard, it might be hard work, and it might take a lot of time, but step by step you'll get there. So it's like, see, there's a wall at the back here. It's like building a brick wall. I've never been a brickies labourer, but they've got a ton of skill, to try and work out how much of the concrete they put on, the slurry they put on, and all of that. So there's some skills involved, and it's like you're weaving your way through a situation, and financially you'll get there. Don't give up, be determined, there is a way through. Number one, I like the fact that it's gold, that there's a lot of yellow there, a lot of energy, solar plexus energy. That sort of says to me that determination and persistence is a key factor there. I'm reminded of Saturn and Capricorn there. Number two, what do I see for you? I've got some glass triangles here, like in little pyramid type shapes. I don't know if you remember, I think it was in the early 70s. Pyramids were a big deal, pyramids underneath your bed and all of that sort of thing. I think I might have had one or two little pyramids. I never felt a vibe off them, I must tell you. I never got anything like spiritually around it. However, what I see is when I'm looking like at chakras, sometimes I see a pyramid shape. So I think that pyramids are associated with the opening of chakras in some way. And like I said, that was in the 70s. I probably wasn't as sensitive as what I am now. I was sort of learning and having lots of spiritual experiences then, but not understanding exactly everything I was getting. I still don't understand everything I get, but we live and learn, one hopes. The card that comes out for you, number two, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so we're still on this practical, down-to-earth type of energy, and we've got the yellow again, the determination to get there, but we've got some orange as well. I'm thinking very much of flames and orange, fiery Aries energy, because I've just finished the March horoscopes, a week ago. It's the 3rd of March today. And there's a lot happening with planets moving into Aries this month. They're moving away from the watery emotional sign of Pisces into Aries. So this is bringing up a lot of new ideas and instigating new things, joint ventures. This could be to do with your money. The Queen of Pentacles is very astute at business or earning money, but she's quite generous with it. She's not selfish, and she's got the, let's say she's got it down pat, the balance of, you know, being good at business, earning good money, and also being kind and generous to other people as well. And usually it's like somebody who saves, or maybe you've got a full pantry, you know. We'll soon be going into winter here in Australia. It's it's not autumn yet. It will be autumn next month, or the fall next month. It's supposed to be summer, but where I live, there's a Category 2 cyclone in Australia. I think you call hurricane in the US. It's bearing down 90 kilometres from here, which is probably about 50 miles, just roughly. So this is someone who's prepared. They've got enough food in their pantry, and no matter what's going on in the outside world, they've anticipated that, you know, there might be issues, so they're ready to cope as best they can. Queen of Pentacles has seen all of this, and she knows how to handle it. Okay, you might meet somebody like this who's also helpful and gives you good advice as well about money. Number three, what do I see? I can see something, but I can't describe it, and I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't know what it is. But I'll try and pick up another vision now. I'm going down a tunnel. I just keep going. It's in space. It could go anywhere. It's a bit like a wormhole. We could go back in time or forward in time. And it's sort of changing shape as I'm looking at it. It's gone from round to square, and now it's turned into a road. And there's a car coming towards me. It could be a head-on crash, but because I'm aware of it, I get out of the way. So what this is saying to me is there's probably some sort of conflict coming up, number three. It doesn't mean that it's going to result in anything whatsoever, because you'll get out of the way. You've got wings and you can fly, and you can see what's coming. So you can actually be prepared. It goes back a bit to number two. You can see what's coming, and you're not going to stand there like a stunned mullet and do nothing, okay? So it's like you fly up into the air, and this car, which is out of control, literally a person that is out of control, and a bit, I must say, it's a bit sad actually. But yeah, they're angry. This card just comes up, but you're out of the way. The Fool. You're stepping into a situation, number three. I just got a pain in the right side of my chest as I'm talking to you about this. It's probably to do with a man, and it's probably to do with something very essential to your being, close to your heart. And you're about to take a leap into the air, and you don't know where you're going to find out. But you'll be away from this person, so don't worry about it at all. I always think, and I don't know if this is right or not, if those tarot readers that are purist, I'm not a purist tarot reader, because I go primarily on what I see and my psychic ability, but the tarot I only really use for you, the audience, because you've got something to look at rather than just looking at me. That would be really boring. So I go on what I see, but I incorporate some of the messages of the tarot into that. So the Fool is like stepping out into a whole new area where you've never been before, and I always feel it's a good thing, okay? Even if you meet challenges on the way, you're going to get the experience of that, and it's going to make you grow as a person. So don't be concerned if people are sometimes people or dogs are trying to hold you back from doing what you want to do. you should take the risk and do it. But you want to make it an educated risk, okay? Don't take silly risks like go and invest in crypto because it's like gambling or something. You want to take educated risks where you actually research what's going on, and there's some sort of science behind, you know, the research that you do, and you read from lots of different places, not just the one place that you get your information from, okay? But I feel this is going to pay off. And again, we've got that yellow colour. I don't know if all these cards, they all have yellow. No, some of them don't. But we seem to have a bit of a theme going with the yellow, which is the solar plexus energy. And I also feel like a fatherhood figure around this yellow colour as well. So it's like helping you to work, to complete jobs. It's like somebody that's encouraging you to move forward and complete things and to try new things, okay? Number four, what do I see? What's that? It's like in America when they went from the east across to the west, and the California gold rush type feeling, and all the caravans were going across to California from the east. It feels a bit like that. So it's like adventure, exploration, but also danger, okay, with it. And there's somebody walking out in front of the caravans and is carrying a cross. I don't know if that would help, to be quite honest. But, you know, each to their own. I wouldn't criticise it, but I don't know that that's helpful practically. I guess if there's somebody there that's going to attack, he gets killed first, maybe. Maybe it helps you personally. I don't know. I don't know the logic of that. Anyway, the card that comes out for number 4, I'm going to go for that one. Again, the yellow. Here we go. He's moving forward. He doesn't have a cross, but he has these staves, I want to call them, rods. 3 of Wands, okay? So 3 of Wands, inspirational, motivational. Again, it's that kind of thing of travelling forward, going forward, trying something, and just feeling very motivated, but being determined to get somewhere. So moving ahead, that yellow colour seems to be the theme for today. 3 of Wands, it's not a major, it's just part of the cycle, and you're getting somewhere. Sometimes if you're having arguments with people, or a difficulty or an issue with say a partner, it can represent another person coming in to help, or it can represent like a group of people that are working together for a desired outcome. Doesn't mean that they're always agreeing with each other. No, it means sometimes they disagree. They're all different people, but the end effect, the end result is that they're going to be successful. Number 5 is alive. What do I see for you? Number 5, justice. The judge's gavel comes down and hits the I don't know, desk or whatever it is he hits, but I see the judge's gavel coming down. So this could be like a judgment is made, a decision is reached after, you know, weighing all of the evidence, analysing the evidence, and it could be in a legal case. It could just mean that you've made a decision and you're moving on, and that's the end of it. Or the beginning of something new. Let's see what comes up for number 5. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so again, this exploratory idea that's coming up. Here's the mountains here, the challenges, mountains in the background. A lot of blue and green in this card, with a couple of feathers on top. I had to look twice. I thought it was a raven, but it's just feathers on his helmet. So, but it's also, with this blue sky, it's also denoting big picture thinking, and the gold cup. So we've still got the yellow in the picture here, and it's like the Holy Grail, and it's very healing, and it's great for your emotional development, and it gives you wisdom. Basically, the Knight of Cups is typically like someone who's quite young, maybe in their early 20s or so. There's a lot of potential, their whole life laid out in front of them. You could be dealing with somebody like this, or it could be you, but there's some sort of experiential healing that's going on with this card through experiencing all of your emotions around something. Exploring your emotions basically is what it's about. Okay, so we've only got one major arcana, which is what we had this morning in Facebook. In this case, it's the Fool card, but we do have that gold going all the way through. Be careful to what you eat, to eat lightly, stay away from the alcohol, sugar and carbs, because you want your solar plexus to be functioning optimally, and so try to eat clean if you can. I don't even know if that's possible in America, to be quite honest. It's still possible in Australia. And if you are growing your own food, that would be the most desirable thing. Or keeping your own chickens and giving them organic food. I've even contemplated growing my own wheat, but growing wheat, the actual 5-stage process of getting the wheat to the point where you can actually grind it up into flour, oh my God, it's so involved. Really, really hard to grow your own wheat and actually use it. But I would say be self-sufficient as you can. Be cautious with your money, but not, frugal. There's no need to be frugal. Be prepared. And I think that this week is going to be, for many people, more or less a normal week, unless you're in Ukraine, which is just like, the whole situation floors me, what's going on. But if you can keep your eye on the prize, with a bit of determination, you'll get to where you want to go. Okay, so that's it. I hope this is useful for you. A bit of a change today in what I normally do with a different set of cards for some reason. Have a great week, everyone. Leave a like and a comment would be fab. Okay, I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.